It is our annual Day of Giving. If you aren't familiar with the Day of Giving, we have this campaign every year to provide funding that we need to care for over 7,000 animals that come through our doors each year. What makes the Day of Giving extra special is all donations made today are doubled by our sponsors, so your donation will go even farther. $1 becomes $2, $5 becomes $10, so we have even more funding to care for our animals like Stewie. Stewie's been with us since July, so every day that he's here costs the shelter X amount of money, which you'll learn as we go through our shelter today, and we'll talk about all the different levels that your money provides.
This Day of Giving, your $25 donation will go towards 1 week of high quality food, species specific. So here we have Xena, and she's been in our care for about 2 months now. And as you can do the math, you can see that 2 months of food can add up the price, and $25 only covers the food, not all of the care that our animals require. So your $25 donation will significantly impact the lives of our animals here, help them to get high quality food that, like Hills Pet Nutrition, that's what we feed our dogs here, that will help them to have a great start to their new lives and keep them nice and healthy. So if you're interested in adopting Xena, she is available. You may not see her when you come walking through our shelter because she is being office fostered upstairs in our education building, but she is available. So as long as you see her on the website, she is ready to find her forever home. She knows basic commands like sit and lay down. She's a really sweet girl and can't wait to find her new family.
For $50 a day, you can help us care for our injured and orphaned wildlife. We mostly work with baby squirrels, possums, some bird species, but we pretty much take in everything, and if we don't work with it, we know rehabbers who do. With our orphans, which is mostly what we get in, we do have to bottle feed them pretty regularly. They're all on different feeding schedules based on how big they are. So these guys are both on 4 times a day right now and getting one of those feedings. And then they also will stay in our incubator because they can't regulate their own body temperature yet. So we have to keep them on heating pads constantly so that they can stay warm. And then once they start getting bigger, we move them into our juvie room. We give them more space to run around. We give them little hidey houses and little hammocks to help hide in and to help stimulate those behaviors of hiding upwards. And we place their food on the bottom so that they can learn how to forage and then move upwards like they would outside. For our birds, we do things that are very similar. They stay in here and also on our incubator while they still need heat. And we keep them in little makeshift nests that we use until they're ready to move into a bigger habitat as well, with branches for them to perch on and all sorts of things to help stimulate that natural behavior for them as well. Possums are similar to squirrels. Again, they have to stay in the incubator, and then when we do move into the juvie room, they also get lots of hidey things to help stimulate that kind of behavior as well. Tomorrow for our Day of Giving, we will be doubling all donations that are given to us, so your $50 will go even farther.
This Day of Giving, your $100 donation will go towards a spay or neuter, as well as a microchip for one of our shelter animals. We have Bugs here. He has received a neuter as well as a microchip, which not lots of people realize here at our shelter. We actually provide those services for our rabbits, in addition to thousands of cats and dogs every year. So your donation will go to help thousands of cats and dogs and rabbits get the medical procedures that they need. And tomorrow, on the Day of Giving, your gift will actually be doubled to help twice as many animals, thanks to our generous sponsors.
Here
Here we have some foster kittens that are currently being cared for at SPCA Tampa Bay. This Day of Giving, keep in mind that $250 is the cost to care for a litter of kittens. We do provide the foster families with everything that they need as far as formula and any supplies and medical care that they require for their foster babies. So this Day of Giving, your $250 will be doubled, which means that it can take care of 2 litters of babies, like these little ones right here. These guys were brought in a few weeks ago to our St. Pete Vet Center location on 5th Avenue North in St. Petersburg, and they actually went on quite the voyage before arriving there at the vet center. These kittens were actually found in a large piece of construction equipment that was brought up from Sarasota. So they traveled all the way from Sarasota to St. Pete before they were discovered, and their tiny little mews were heard. And a Good Samaritan, someone that was working on the site, he and his crew found these little babies and brought them in, and they were very concerned about their welfare. So we were able to have the doctor take a look at them, check them out, make sure they were healthy, and then send them over to our shelter where they awaited foster care. They were in our care for a little bit here at the shelter before going to a foster home. And as you can see, they're thriving. They're healthy little babies, but it's a lot of work to take care of these little guys. It's a great expense. So keep in mind that if you were to donate $250 this Day of Giving, that amount would be doubled and take care of twice as many babies.
Your $500 donation pays for 1 day of shelter medical needs, like for Honey here, who came to us and had a retained baby tooth that hadn't fallen out, and she's 4 years old now, so that tooth is going to cause problems if we leave it in. So we sedated her today and we took the tooth out, and she's got pain medications and antibiotics on board so that she can heal up and have a healthy mouth. We also have kittens over here that had spays and neuters today so that they can go up for adoption and not have to contribute to pet overpopulation. So they will be ready to go up today or tomorrow. And then we also have dogs back over here. So these dogs went through spay-neuter surgery today. A lot of these dogs from today came to us as transfers from other counties in Florida that don't have the resources that we have. And so we are able to spay and neuter these animals and provide heartworm treatment for some of them so that they can go up for adoption and be happy pets in our community.